Come with me to a land that feels lifted from a fairy tale, the Carpathian Mountains, where the horizon is painted with endless waves of misty peaks and the air is filled with a sense of ancient mystery. These mountains have stood for millennia, silent witnesses to the stories of countless generations, their secrets carried on the wind. Here, ancient forests whisper secrets on the wind, their towering pines and mossy oaks forming a living cathedral. The morning fog drifts between the trunks, and if you listen closely, you might hear the soft rustle of wildlife or the distant call of a cuckoo echoing through the trees. This is Transylvania, a place of rolling green hills, wildflowers that sway in the gentle breeze, and meadows that seem to stretch on forever. In spring, the countryside bursts into color, painting the land with vibrant hues and filling the air with the scent of blooming flowers. Along quiet lanes, horse-drawn carts creak by, their wheels tracing the same paths villagers have traveled for centuries. Life here moves at a different pace, unhurried and deeply connected to the rhythms of nature and tradition. Here, time flows gently, letting you breathe and truly see the world around you. The landscape invites you to pause, to stand still in a tranquil meadow and watch the clouds drift lazily overhead, to feel the cool grass beneath your feet and the sun warming your face. The air is crisp, scented with pine and wood smoke from colorful houses that dot the hillsides. Each home tells a story, with painted shutters and flower boxes, and the comforting sight of smoke curling from chimneys as families gather inside. My journey here isn't about chasing legends, but about finding the living stories of the people who call this enchanting place home. In every village, you'll find hands skilled in ancient crafts, faces lined with laughter and wisdom, and a warmth that welcomes strangers as friends. Transylvania is a mosaic of cultures: Romanians, Hungarians, Germans, and Romani, each adding their own thread to the region's vibrant tapestry. Their traditions, music, and festivals blend together, creating a rich and colorful heritage that is celebrated in every market, every festival, and every shared meal. So, put aside what you think you know. Forget the tales of vampires and shadows for a moment, and open your heart to the real magic that lives here, in the laughter of children, the pride of artisans, and the quiet dignity of everyday life. Let's walk the cobbled streets, touch ancient walls that have stood through centuries of change, and imagine the footsteps of those who came before us. Every stone, every alleyway has a story to tell if you're willing to listen. And as the sun sets behind a fortress town, casting a golden glow over the rooftops, you'll feel something stir within you, a sense of wonder, a connection to the past, and a longing to linger just a little longer in this magical place. This is a world both old and vibrantly alive, a place that will stay with you long after you've returned home, whispering its stories to you whenever you close your eyes and remember the Carpathians. What is a fortress town? It's more than just a collection of buildings behind stone walls. It's a living testament to the ingenuity and determination of people who refuse to let fear define their lives. Imagine a village wrapped in a protective hug of stone, where every house, every street, and every courtyard is designed with safety in mind. These walls weren't just barriers, they were lifelines, built to keep out danger and keep hope alive. Centuries ago, Transylvanians faced constant threats from invaders and raiders. To survive, they transformed their communities, especially their churches, into formidable strongholds. The church wasn't just a place to pray, it was a fortress, a last refuge when the world outside turned hostile. These fortress towns weren't just military structures, they were the beating heart of the community. Within these thick walls, families found shelter, children played, and precious grain was stored safely away from harm. Life continued, even in the shadow of danger. When danger loomed on the horizon, everyone, young and old, would rush inside the walls. The drawbridge would be pulled up, the heavy gates slammed shut, and the community would stand together, united against whatever threat approached. These walls, built stone by ordinary villagers, are powerful symbols of unity and resilience. Each stone tells a story of hard work, cooperation, and the will to survive. Generations worked side by side, passing down skills and stories as they built their defenses. Today, you can feel history in every stone. The narrow slits for archers, the weathered oak gates, and the ancient stones all whisper tales of battles fought and won, of families protected, and of a community that stood strong through the centuries. These towns are not frozen in time. They are living, breathing villages where people still go about their daily lives, surrounded by the same walls that sheltered their ancestors. Here, history isn't just remembered, it's lived every single day. Recognizing their unique heritage, UNESCO now protects many of these fortress towns as World Heritage Sites. They are celebrated as rare treasures, reminders of a time when community spirit was the strongest defense of all. When you visit places like Birton or Viskri, you don't just see ancient walls. You step into a living story that's been unfolding for over 8 centuries, and you become part of a tradition of resilience, unity, and hope. Within these ancient walls, you'll find the vibrant Romani community, resilient, creative, and deeply connected. When Saxon communities left in the 20th century, Romani families became the new custodians of these villages, bringing their own traditions and spirit. Life here is lived outdoors. Children play, neighbors gather, and artisans work in the open air. The Romani, with roots tracing back to India, have faced hardship and prejudice, yet their culture remains rich and dynamic. Many families live simply, but with remarkable dignity and pride. It's vital to approach these communities with respect. They are not a tourist attraction, but people with hopes and dreams. By listening to their stories, we replace stereotypes with understanding. The Romani add a soulful, vital chapter to Transylvania's ongoing story. Romani culture is a feast for the senses, especially in their music. The melodies that drift through the air in Transylvanian towns are more than just entertainment. They are the heartbeat of a people, echoing centuries of tradition and resilience. Every note played tells a story, weaving together the joys and sorrows of generations past and present. Music is their soul's language, expressing sorrow, joy, and everything in between. The violin's haunting wail can bring tears to your eyes, while a sudden burst of rhythm from the accordion lifts spirits and sets feet tapping. For the Romani, music is not just an art form, but a way to communicate feelings that words cannot capture. You might hear a violin's cry or the fiery rhythms of an accordion and cymbalom, inviting you to dance. These instruments come together in spontaneous street performances, drawing crowds and creating moments of shared joy. The music is infectious, and it's not uncommon to see strangers swept up in the rhythm, joining in the celebration. Music is a family tradition, passed down by ear, each performance unique and heartfelt. Children learn by watching and listening, absorbing the rhythms and melodies from their elders. This oral tradition ensures that every generation adds its own voice, keeping the music alive and ever evolving. Family and community are at the heart of Romani life, with elders respected as keepers of wisdom. Their stories and songs are cherished, forming the foundation of identity and belonging. Gatherings are filled with laughter, storytelling, and the sharing of age-old customs. Celebrations, weddings, baptisms are vibrant affairs filled with music, dancing, and color. These events are more than just parties, they are vital expressions of unity and joy, where the entire community comes together to honor life's milestones. The energy is contagious, and the festivities often last for days. Daily life is rich with tradition. Men craft metal, women embroider and weave, each skill a link to the past. These crafts are taught from a young age, blending creativity with necessity. The artistry in every object reflects a deep respect for heritage and the beauty of handmade work. These crafts are more than livelihoods, they're sources of cultural pride. Each piece tells a story, carrying symbols and patterns unique to Romani heritage. Artisans take pride in their work, knowing they are preserving traditions for future generations. The Romani's artistry and spirit infuse these fortress towns with life. Their music, crafts, and celebrations create a vibrant tapestry, connecting the past with the present and ensuring that their culture continues to thrive in every note, every stitch, and every joyful gathering. To wander a Transylvanian fortress town is to step into a storybook. Houses in soft pastels, heavy wooden gates, and flower-filled windows line cobbled streets. The centerpiece is always the fortified church, rising like a stone ship from the village center. Inside the walls, peace and stillness replace the bustle outside. Life here moves slowly, chickens in yards, horse-drawn carts, and neighbors greeting each other. The rhythm of life follows the seasons, wildflowers in spring, laughter in summer, blazing forests in autumn, and snow in winter. Each season brings its own magic, making these towns captivating year-round. It's a world away from modern rush, a place to slow down and notice the small, beautiful details. Here, the past and present blend in timeless tranquility. Visiting Transylvania's fortress towns calls for kindness and respect. We are guests in a world with its own customs and traditions. Travel gently, leave only good feelings, take only memories. Approach people with openness. A simple "Bună ziua" can bridge worlds. Always ask before taking photos. Respect transforms encounters into genuine connections. Support local artisans, buy crafts directly, stay in family-run guest houses, eat at local restaurants, share real stories when you return home, move beyond Dracula cliches, celebrate the warmth, beauty, and rich heritage of these towns and their people. By sharing authentic stories, we build a more compassionate understanding of this extraordinary place. One afternoon near Sighiswara, I met an elderly Romani man mending a harness outside his blue house. We couldn't speak much, but smiles and gestures bridged the gap. His wife brought us strong, sweet coffee, and we sat together in the sun, sharing a quiet moment. In that simple silence, I felt a deep connection, more memorable than any monument. These are the true treasures of travel, unexpected human connections. Such encounters teach us more about a place than any guidebook. They remind us that kindness and shared stories unite us all. The generosity of that couple is a gift I'll always carry. The most lasting souvenirs are the small, genuine moments of connection. Transylvania's fortress towns are more than relics. They're lessons for today. Here, Saxon walls, Hungarian flavors, Romanian traditions, and Romani culture blend into something unique. These villages show how diversity creates resilience and richness. The walls were built together, a testament to the strength of community. Today, that spirit lives on in close-knit relationships and strong family bonds. These places invite us to slow down, appreciate simplicity, and learn from the past. Visiting challenges our preconceptions and broadens our horizons. In a divided world, these towns offer hope, showing that different cultures can coexist and create something beautiful. Our journey through Transylvania's fortress towns ends here, but I hope your curiosity is just beginning. The world is vast, filled with stories and people waiting to be discovered. Travel opens minds, softens hearts, and fills us with wonder. Step out of your comfort zone. Each adventure changes you for the better. Be a respectful, curious visitor. Your presence supports and honors these communities. Thank you for joining me on this journey through a magical corner of Romania. If you wish to discover more hidden stories, follow along. Let's explore together, one story at a time. The adventure is always out there. All you have to do is say yes.